Hello and welcome to the 11th video tutorial of this series. In this video tutorial, we are going to talk about dictionaries and its uses. First of all, we will learn what is dictionary, what are the uses, and what are the different methods that can be applied on it. So let's look into it. So first of all, we'll learn about what is dictionary. So if you see the real life example, the meaning of this dictionary is that we have a key and we have a associated meaning or value associated with it. So how do we define dictionary is in Python is the same way we define a set but with some difference. So in case of dictionary, again we define it with the curly braces and we have a key and value like this associated with it. So suppose I have a dictionary student and I am assigning a key name over here, and similarly I am assigning a value, and the value is, suppose, what is the type of value? The data type of value is string here. So now again I am defining one more variable which is, or one more key which is year, and the year is 2020, but 2020 I leave it as number. Now we will try to perform different operations on this dictionary. So first thing, how do we print it? So as in the case of all the collections or all the data type present in Python, what we do, we write print, and inside print we pass the name of the collection or data structure. So now I'll try to print it. So to print this or to run this file, we have to write py and file name. So okay, we can. So the file name is sets. Just let me rename it so that it should not be confusing. I am writing it as dict, and you can see that file name has been changed. Now I'll try to run this file. So the name of the file is dict. So I run this file and I can see that it's giving some error, and the error is name Gaurav this. Okay, my set 1 is not defined. I have used here my set, which is the old code. I'm removing it for now. So now again I try to run it, and you can see that we got an output whatever the value we have initialized into our dictionary. So this way we can print all the elements or the whole set over the whole dictionary over here. Now we'll move on to the next point, which is print all key of a dictionary. So we know, or if you don't know, so I already told you that these are the key, and these corresponding to these key we have a value associated with it. So corresponding to name we have Gaurav, and corresponding to year key we have 2020 as value. So how do we print it? So to print it, again, first of all we will learn how to print the whole key and value pair. So first of all we will learn how to print a key of this dictionary. So to print a key, we have to write for x in, we have to write the name of the dictionary, which I wrote already here, and we are not doing something special. We already have learned in list, tuple and set as well how to apply a for loop over a data structure or collection. So similarly I am doing this same thing. So I'll write print and I'll try to print x over here, but now in this case what we will get output as name and year, but we will not get the value Gaurav and 2020. Let's see, let's run this file and see the output, and you can see that I got the key as an output, the name and the year. Okay, so this is very interesting, but now we do not want the key, we want value to print. So in that scenario, if you want to print the value, so what you have to do is that you have to write x in, similarly student, and we have to write print, and inside print what we have to do is we have to write the student like this, and we can write x over here. So what it will do is, so first let me tell you what this function does. So first of all I'll remove this code and will make sure that you understand the point what I am trying to say is that, like if I want to print a student over here, so we already know that if I try to student, I'll remove this code as well and I'll run this file again, and you can see that we got the whole dictionary over here. So this dictionary is whatever we have initialized over here. We can see that we have got the same output. Now what we want to do is that we want to get the value corresponding to any of the key. So to do that you have to write, so I want to get the value corresponding to value name, so I have to write the here the name of the dictionary. Along with that I have to apply this bracket over here, and inside this bracket I have to pass the name of the key. So the name of the key is name. So now let's see what will be the output. Before we get it, I have to pass this bracket first. This means I have to bind it with inverted commas or double inverted commas. I'll run this file and you can see that I got the value corresponding to the key name, which I already have passed here. Now if I want to get the value corresponding to the key year, so again if I'll this function, I'll run this file, I can see that the output is 2020. So this way we can get the value corresponding to any key. Now what things which I wanted to explain over here is how we can get all the keys corresponding to a value. So if I print it like this, so everything or whatever the values are there, whatever the keys are there present in our dictionary, that will be printed. So you can see that the key is name and the key is year. So name and year has been displayed over console. Now we do not want the key, but we want the values. So we know that if we are aware about key, so it is very easy to get the value by writing dictionary name and by passing the key of it. So the key is X. Now I am passing the key in our dictionary and I'll try to run this file, and you can see the output. We got values. So this way we can get the value of any dictionaries. And if you do not write this, so you'll get all the keys. So if I read this, you can see that we got all the keys present in our dictionary. Now we are moving to the next point. So we have covered this already. Now we have one more thing. We can print the values like this. So now suppose we want to print the key and value both. So in that scenario we have to take two values because we want to print X as well and Y as well. So I have to write for X comma Y in student dot items. We have a method or function called items. So what it does, it gives you all the items. This is one item and this is second item. So let's run this and let's see the output. So in this scenario I will try to print Y as well, and you can see that we got output as name Gaurav, year 2020. So this way we can print the key and value, both of them, in a single for loop. Now we are moving on to the next point, which is how to check whether a particular element, or we can say whether a key exists or not in our dictionary. So to do that we will write if X in, so in case of X I'll give it name. If name in, I'll write student and I'll try to print it. And if the element is found or the key is found, so we will print key found. Otherwise output will be nothing. So let's run this file and let's see whether name key present in our dictionary or not. So we'll run this file and we can see that we got an output key found because name key present in our student. So in case if I'll try to say DOB, which is date of birth, so we know that DOB does not present in our dictionary. So in this case we did not get anything. because this condition was false. So this is the method, or this is the way how we can verify whether any particular key present in our dictionary or not. Now we are moving to the next point, how we can add an element into the dictionary. So to add element into the dictionary, what we can do, we have to write the name of the dictionary, and the name of the dictionary is student, and over here we have to pass the key and the value which we want to add. So here we have to pass the key which we want to add. So suppose I want to pass, or I want to add one more key in this collection, in this dictionary, and the key is DOB, and the value which I want to assign is 1996. So this is the value which I want to assign into our student. Now let's see what will be the output. So to check whether this key has been added or not, what we need to do, we have to print our collection. So we'll run this file and we'll see whether it has been added or not. And you can see that DOB key has been added into our existing dictionary over here. So this is the way how we can add an element, or so the element means the key and value pair. So this is the way we can add it into our existing dictionary. Now to calculate the length, we know that we have a len method. So inside len method we have to pass the data structure, and here the data structure is dictionary, the name is student, so we have to pass a student over here, and I will try to print and to see what will be the output. And I'll clear the console and run it, and I can see that we got an output as 2 because we have 2 key, one is here and one is here, that means 2 elements we have, that's why we got an answer 2. So this way we can calculate the length of a dictionary. Now to remove a dictionary, to remove a particular element from a dictionary, we can apply delete. We know that delete, if we use delete student, so it will delete the whole dictionary over here, it will delete it completely, but we want to delete a particular element. So in that scenario we have to write it like this, and we have to pass the element over here. In this case I want to delete year element from my dictionary student, so this way we can delete it. So if I try to print it, what will print, I'll print student, which is over here. So if I run it now, you can see that we have only name element remaining because we have deleted year from it. So this is the way how we can delete a particular element from our dictionary. In case we want to delete the whole dictionary, so we do not need to do it like this, we just need to pass the dictionary name, and if I try to run it, before I run it, I will try to access it after deleting. I will try to print it, and in case if I print it, so definitely I'd get an error because in this line we have deleted it, and then into next line we are trying to access it. So in this case we are getting error that student is not defined. So this way we can delete a particular element, or we can delete the whole dictionary. Now we are moving to next operation which we can perform on dictionary, that is clear. So how we can clear it? So to clear the dictionary, we have to write student dot clear, the dictionary name dot clear, and if I try to print it again, so I'll get an empty dictionary, which you can see here that we got an empty dictionary because we performed clear operation over here. So this way we can clear the whole dictionary. So if you see clearly over here, the difference between clear and delete is that cleans all the elements present in our dictionary, but delete methods deletes it completely. So these were the operations which we can perform over our dictionary data structure. So if you have any doubt in dictionary, you can write it into the comment section. I will take you to the more detail about dictionary into the next video tutorial, when we will be learning about difference between list, set, tuple and dictionary. So this is the dictionary which can be defined. Now one more thing which comes into picture is how we can define nested dictionary in Python. So to do that, so let me first clean this comment out, and we will have some hands-on on dictionary, because this is very important point in dictionary in Python, and we can perform a lots of operation on it. So to do that, suppose I have one more student 2 over here, and the value of the values, so we have a dictionary over here, and I am defining one more dictionary like this. So I am giving it a name like Neha, and I am trying to give the year as 2020, not, but let me give it 2019. So we have two dictionary over here. Now if I want to assign it into a single dictionary, so that also I can do with the help of by creating one more dictionary like this. So this is a dictionary. Now we have to define a key and value over here. So the first value is, the key is student1 and the value is student1, which is the whole dictionary. And the second thing, again I'm defining one more key, which is student2, and the value is student2, which is over here. So again, if I print it, I'll print students, which is over here, and let's see the output. In this case, we will have both the dictionaries combined into one. So let's run it and see. You can see that we have a student1, and the value is again a dictionary, and we have a key student2, and the value corresponding to student2 is again a dictionary. So we can have a nested dictionaries over here. Again, if you want me to write college, I'll define a college over here, and inside college I will write students as key, and inside student I will define this student dictionary as its value. So if I run it, so what we have to run now, we have to run college over here. So if I run it, you can see that okay, some spelling mistake over here. Now I think it is good. We are good to go. Let's run it. Okay, name error, college is not defined. College is not defined. Why it is not defined? Print. Okay, over here we have made a spelling mistake, I guess. Okay, okay, instead of colon we have to write equals to over here. Now if we print it, if we print or if we run our file, and you can see that we have a student. So student is a key, and associated with this key we have again a dictionary over here, and inside this dictionary we have key student, and the value of this student is again a dictionary, and again we have a key student2, and associated with this key we again have a dictionary over here. So we can have any number of dictionaries or any number of recursive key and value pair in a dictionary over here. So I hope you would have enjoyed the video tutorial. In next video tutorial we are going to learn about the difference between different data structures as available into Python, which is list, set, tuples and dictionary.